I've been an athlete my entire life. I've won back-to-back gold medals for Team USA. I've played professionally for over a decade. But some of the most challenging times that I've had have not been on the court. It's doing the basic things. It's doing the simple things.
When I was wounded in Iraq, I ended up losing both my legs and significant use of my right arm, after which I came home from war and found myself part of the disability community like so many people do. How many wheelchairs have you had broken? Over
Countless.
By the airline, yeah.
Countless, and you know, the sad part about that is that I think they see it as equipment. And for me, if my wheelchair is broken, the wheelchair that I use on my daily use, it's more than equipment.
I do people, they're my legs.
Yeah.
Transportation connects us to opportunities, to each other, and people may not realize that the infrastructure package is one of the largest investments ever in accessibility in this country.
I was born with my disability. It's called spina bifida. It's a congenital birth defect, and I've been a wheelchair user practically my whole life. One of the main challenges growing up with a disability is the societal perception of what a person with a disability is truly capable of. And I see having a disability as a tremendous opportunity to reveal to society what we are capable of. My history with Team USA wheelchair basketball started when I was 18. I've competed 5 consecutive games: the Athens Games, the Beijing Games, the London Games, the Rio 2016 Games, and then finally Tokyo 2020. Playing for Team USA and representing the country and representing your sport, representing your disability, representing your community, that's an indescribable experience.
You know, there's a lot of misperceptions out there. And so I thought that in order to grow up, go to college, get a job, I thought that I had to be able to walk to do those things. Seeing athletes with disabilities representing their country, their university, it just sort of blew my mind of what the possibilities were.
My disability has impacted my life profoundly in some very positive ways. In some ways that there's been challenges. Travel can be extremely difficult for the disability community. I've spoken to people with disabilities who are afraid to travel.
Until you experience it yourself, it's one of those out of sight, out of mind things. And, you know, I'm grateful for many public officials who are helping to shed light on these issues.
Anybody who is not part of the disability community today may well, as a matter of fact, likely will age into disability. And so this is something that concerns everybody. So it helps to take a step back and look at the progress and the work that remains to be done. It's been more than 30 years since the ADA was passed, but we have so much infrastructure in this country that was built before the ADA. And because of the infrastructure law, we have unprecedented resources to work with. If we can tear down a barrier to somebody being able to get to where they need to go, whether it's on a subway or on an airplane or on a sidewalk, then we're also tearing down barriers to them being able to live a life of their choosing.
For those that don't know, how exactly is this bill going to benefit people with disabilities?
Well, we set money aside in the bill specifically for accessibility. So, for example, the ASAP Act, the All Stations Accessibility Act, sets aside money that can be used by mass transit all over the country to make all of their stations accessible. I come from Chicago. The Chicago Transit Authority, the CTA, the L is not accessible. So I don't use it because I can get on at a station, I may not be able to get off at another station. The All-Station Accessibility Program, that's not just for wheelchairs. That's for people with vision impairments, with cognitive impairments. It's also for people with hearing impairments. So the idea is that there will be no barriers to access on our mass transit stations.
So we're here to do groundbreaking on the nation's very first all-stations accessibility station. They'll start construction right across the street from us on a new elevator. This would not have happened without the infrastructure law. It's been an honor to be involved in it.
Does a bill like this fix everything, or is there still much more work to do?
There's a lot more work to do. There is accessibility issues all over the country that we have to deal with. So we have to solve this problem at all levels of our society, and I'm committed to making sure that we continue to make those adjustments.
I'm super appreciative of that commitment. It means a lot. Are you going to be in Paris this summer?
I am going to Paris. I'm leading the delegation to Paris. I'm super excited.
Really?
I've never been to a Paralympic. I have a great friend who's a Paralympian. It's her, I think, 4th time as a triathlete. Yeah.
We have a mutual friend. We need to meet up in Paris.
Yeah, all right. Get a croissant or something.
That would be
great.
great.
That would be great. I'll see you at the opening ceremonies.
You will definitely. I'll scope out all the accessible places.
Okay, I'm counting on it.
One of the reasons why I brought this medal, so the silver medal has a certain amount of pieces inside of it, bronze medal has a certain amount of pieces inside of it, and the gold medal has a certain amount of pieces inside of it. So if I couldn't see and you shook my medal, it sounds completely different than a silver medal. And you can imagine when 12 guys win a gold medal and they're going around the village and we're just being obnoxious. So this sound kind of gives me goosebumps a little bit. This is extremely important because without the ability to travel, the world becomes a lot smaller. We're not able to connect with our friends, our family, and live a life fully as we would like to.
To see this as wins for us all will be really, really exciting.
Investing in America isn't about investing in stuff. It's about investing in people and what people need to thrive.
It's going to make a tremendous difference for Americans like me that have disabilities to live a life more accessible.